basically what would happen is that we would be going live, but we're only going live to that one. If you toggle all, then you would be going live to pretty much everywhere, right?
Yeah.
But this allows us to go live to simultaneous channels. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So let's say, like, for example, we wanted to go live to somebody else's channel, then we could do that too. You know what I mean? We could tell them, hey, if you want, we can go live to your channel as well. You just need to give us, like, your password, and then, like, update it later or whatever the fuck. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Um, but I'm gonna show you this really quick. And it's important, like, to do these tests, because what ends up happening is that sometimes, like, we don't have, like, the uh you know you know how, like, every now and then you wouldn't hear me and shit like that, or like there was, like, like some kind of issue with, like, you not being able to hear me, or like people not being able to hear me or whatever.
Yeah.
So those are, like, the unfortunate situations sometimes that you know end up happening.
Technical difficulties.
What's that?
Technical difficulties.
Yeah, hold on a second. So look, you're on your phone, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So then just that's actually where we're streaming right now, on that link.
Mhm.
So I've just clicked on the
It's
link.
like your personal YouTube channel.
I mean, it's a channel I made a long time ago that never, like, really did nothing. So I still
It's,
use it to stream.
if the owner of this video has granted you access, please sign in.
Oh, you're not logged in into YouTube?
Uh,
Or use your phone.
I have so many passwords. I don't even know what my shit is. That's why I hate when it logs me out.
Wait, so why do you need something like that? That doesn't make sense. You should
What
be
happened?
you should be able to watch this thing.
This says if you gave me access, you probably have it private.
Oh, you know what? Hold on, hold on. Yeah, you're right. Okay, try it now.
There you go. That's it.
Yeah. So now you're watching and I'm
There
watching.
you
Exactly.
go. That's it.
But it shows. Yep. Exactly. Yeah. So you're streaming. We're basically that's what we're doing right now. And then let's say, for example, like, so I'm gonna pretend that I'm producing this, right? So then, all right. So then, what we want to do is, like, we want to the episode number. Boom. There it is. Right. So you're able to hear that. Oh, let's add some little bit of claps. Right. So the audio switcher, is basically what allows us. This is what you're seeing right here in the mic auxiliary, because that's controlling. It tells you, like, what you're controlling, right? Like, what specifically. This desktop audio, that's the actual audio coming from the laptop. So I think for you, it would be the audio from the laptop. So you wouldn't be like, you would have to your Skype turned off, not your Skype. I'm sorry, your Facebook messengers, everything that has an alert on your laptop, you will have to fucking turn off, because if not, you're gonna hear the bing, bong, bing, bing. You know what I mean? So like turn off all your alerts, all your messengers, all the WhatsApps, and then use your cell phone for that purpose, right? And
Okay.
and then also like the plan right now is for us to be able to communicate with the host through the cell phone. So basically, you'll be producing on your laptop, but then you'll have your cell phone right here. And then, like, when you want to move on to a different topic, you'll be like, okay, wrap it. All right, let's talk about, Liga MX now. Oh, let's talk about Chivas now.
So I'm assuming she's gonna be having her headpiece
Right.
on, right?
Yeah, so she's going to have two headpieces. She's going to have two. So one of them is going to be, um, one of them is going to be for the other people, and then the other one is going to be for the producer, which would be you or me.
Got you.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then there's also a chat called Restream Chat, and basically that chat, it's an app, and that what it does is that it allows you to just kind of like monitor all of your conversations at the same time. Um, damn, I have like since I have so many apps going on at the same time. Oh, fucking. Hold on a second. I had Premiere, Photoshop, OBS, After Effects, all going on at the same time, dude.
Oh, is that why it's lagging, like a little bit lagging?
Yeah,
Like it's lagging?
yeah, that's why. And that software program, and Skype, obviously, and Zoom. you
Yeah,
know.
it's a lot of shit. Yeah.
Um. So yeah, that's the other thing too. We need to see like if your computer would be able to handle that. You know what I mean?
I mean,
Um.
yeah.
If now we're gonna have to like kind of like sort out like what we do. You know.
Get
Um.
back.
Huh.
Turns out it's a dog. I'm trying to train him not to bark at people.
Right.
Get back.
Anyway, so here, like say for example, like somebody was like watching your video, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then somebody left a message, right? So then what would happen is that you would be able to see that?
Yeah.
And then you can reply back directly to this. Or let's say for example, like if you were on different platforms, you would just play, you want to say hello everybody or whatever, and then it will go bloop 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 bloop. So it would show you where you sent your message to. You know what I mean?
Like YouTube?
Yeah, that's YouTube. But what I'm saying is that um, you would be able to see, like, if you sent it to all, if you were streaming live to Twitch, Periscope, LinkedIn, and everywhere, your
Mm-hmm.
hola would be sent out to everybody and all the platforms. So like this is another part of the tool that you need to be familiar with. Okay.
Okay.
Um, and we can stream up to 2 hours right here. So it shows you right here where we're at with the, with the traffic. With the duration. And then also, if you wanted to, you can record it just in case for whatever reason something goes wrong with. Let's assume that something goes wrong with the. What do you call this thing with the feed, right?
Um,
With the internet. So if something goes wrong with the internet, um, like your upstream, if you record it, then at least you'll be able to do that. And you probably want to record it because that way you can actually use that same clip to also extract the audio to make it the audio only of the podcast.
okay.
Does that make sense?
Like, so, like it's what you're saying is we get the audio from the actual recording instead of trying to wait for YouTube to encrypt it, right?
Exactly. So you would be able to get it immediately, but also on this other thing on the audio board.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, the audio board right here, this one. It has an SD card, and I record the audio directly to the SD card as well.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So that's also like an option right there. I mean, I know it sounds like a lot of information, but you know, I think the only way that you're gonna get good at it and be ready for it is by repetition. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I don't think it's a lot. I think it's just getting familiar with how things work. Um, for the most part, it makes sense. I just gotta, like you said, just do it.
Yeah.
Um,
I mean, like you have the other stuff um, already on Premiere, for example, right? So like
mhm.
what I'll do. I mean, yeah. So, anyways, that's and all these things I can teach you about a lot of these things. Like I said, the rundowns right there. You know, but for example, with Premiere, you have that same project. Um, and I'm gonna show you. So basically, like what I used yesterday for Mazatlan, which is right there. Oh, oh,
What's the name of their team? Just Mazatlan FC, right?
right.
And their mascot's a boat or a pirate.
I think so. I don't even know. Okay, so here's an idea of. So this is kind of like how it would look like on like so Skype. So you would just grab Skype, right? This is
Hmm.
how it would look like. So then you would just have to like play around with it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So this is how it would look like on your other screen, right? And then what you have to do is you have to make sure that you know I don't know why I did that. I don't know why you're frozen here.
Not sure either. I'm moving everywhere else. I'm moving on the Skype. I'm moving on the Zoom, except there on your screen.
All right, but anyway, but you see what I did, right?
Yeah.
So then the full display will look something like this. I just I just ended up like doing this. So then um actually whatever you see, you can actually look at the feed. Are you still watching the feed on
The feed from where?
from YouTube? The one that I sent you the link?
Oh no, I stopped watching it because the sound.
Oh, okay. No, that's how it looks like. That's how it will look like more or less.
Alright, hold on, give me a second.
Um
No, I'm still frozen.
yeah, you're still frozen on
But I
this.
see the bottom. I see the bottom thing.
Right. Exactly. So then check it out. So then like so then that screen right now is right here obviously, right? It's on the left. So then
Yeah.
what we would do is let me show you what I would do. I mean, this is going to kind of like throw you off a little bit, but like don't worry about it. Um so what we would do on the full display is we would add a media source and then add a background, right? So then this background, what we want to do is we want to use this background, kind of like shrink it a little bit, and
Mhm.
then put that right there, like towards the top, right? And then what we'll do is we'll do this, right? But because obviously we're on this monitor right now, so I can show you what I'm doing. This is how it would look like. Look at your YouTube now,
Like you too.
and that's
Okay, I
that's
see
how it
it.
would look like. You see that?
Oh, and I'm seeing your back screen.
No, I know, but no, exactly. That's it. That's it. So like that's Skype. Obviously, it's frozen. So like
Yeah.
don't believe that. But what I'm saying is that you know That's kind of like the gist. That's the general idea. You know what I mean? That's the general idea of that. So you would just do that, and then what you would do is then you would add another graphic, an image or whatever. You can add a.
So why does it flip back? Like right now, it just went from me, like I can see myself good, to the frozen image.
To the frozen image.
Yeah, like I saw myself like moving, and then I don't know what you did, but it went back to the frozen screen.
I don't know. I don't know why it
But
does
I saw
that.
the video like 2 seconds ago.
Oh, I know why it does that because of this right here. Because
No,
these are two different workflows. That's why.
no, I know, but like literally like 10 seconds ago, like I saw my live feed, like I could see myself moving, and then when you switched or you cut,
Oh,
I
hold
went
on,
back to the
hold on.
frozen screen.
Look at OBS.
No, I see that. But I'm talking about like on YouTube, I can see myself moving.
Right. So this is why. You see YouTube now again?
Oh, there you go. That's what it was.
Yeah, because you were on the other workflow. I was trying to show you
Yeah,
the different workflow.
got you.
So look, this is the other
That's it.
frozen workflow. Now we're
See,
both
that one's
frozen.
good. Okay.
Right. And look, now we're both frozen again. Both of us. Right? But I'm switching back and forth between the different workflows.
Oh, there. Okay. I guess yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
one of them, I'm using the workflow of the computer
Hmm.
that I have you on that monitor, and the other one, I'm using the one that I normally use. So the one that's not frozen right now is the one that I normally use.
Got you.
You know what I mean? So
Mhm.
anyway, when do you want to try to do a little test? So I can tell Super Mojado, and then maybe you can kind of like,
I mean,
um,
did you want me to join in on the run with Jocelyn?
yeah, well, I definitely want you to be on that day, so you can actually probably watch through Zoom how I end up doing things.
Okay. I'll say we can probably do it
But
if
we
you
should,
want to do it.
but we should.
Like I'm down for tomorrow to learn, and then if you want before the next podcast, so you can already have Super ready, and I can just
Okay,
watch from
so let's do this. Let's
Monday.
tomorrow. Let's try to see if we can get together, maybe like around this time. I'll tell Super like to see if he can be
Okay.
available around this time. That way,
Yeah.
what I'll do is I'll jump on Skype, right? Um, and then basically like what we'll do is we'll do similar to this. But what I want you to do in the meantime is I want you to download OBS.
OBS.
Yeah. And then here's the other thing I was gonna show you too, actually.
The open broadcasting software.
Yes, OBS.
Okay.
All right. Yeah. So download that. But come on. What I was gonna show you too is so see here's the things. Remember these? Remember how you already have
Mhm.
these?
Yeah.
Right. So since you already have these, then basically what you would do is you would just like change them, and then the episode podcast number, then you just update that. You know what I mean? All that stuff is pretty straightforward stuff that you already know, and then just output it as a single PNG. You know what I mean? You know
Like to make the actual like the.
exactly. You don't have to. Yeah. So then just go to export media, and then when this comes up, PNG sequence, right? But it's only gonna, it's only gonna export one frame. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but so you only do. Can I see it? Go back. So it doesn't do all of them. It just does
No,
which one?
exactly. Only so then you go to any point that you like, and you go
Yeah.
in, out, and
So
that's
that's
what it
what that
does.
is.
Huh?
Every time, can you press Command X with that, right, or Command Z?
No, just I/O.
Oh,
I O.
okay, no, because that always happens when I press something and I accidentally press it. I'm like, fuck, fuck, fuck. So I always have to like quit the program and shit
No,
because I'm not quite sure what it is.
just do I/O. When you press I/O,
Mm-hmm.
right? That you're only gonna output like one frame, and then you go to media, go to PNG, and then go to PNG sequence with alpha match source, right? And then just go to export,
Mm-hmm.
and then that's gonna send you just it's gonna create one single. Um, so that obviously save it to your folder, and it's gonna create one of these. These are the ones that I already saved.
Okay.
See, there they are, and they're transparent, which means that you bring them into OBS, right? And there they are. That's why you're able to use them like that. You know,
Okay.
and then all of these, like they all live right here. All of these, like I said. So basically, once you have them in position, you can just replace them with whatever you want. You know, so you can just select, like if you wanted to make the MLS one, whatever. Just click on it, click open, and it replaces that. And then what you would do is just right click right there, rename, and then you could just rename it whatever you want.
Okay, so I can replace them. So I want to be like uploading too many.
Exactly, exactly. So like I only have the ones. So the main ones that I never change are this one right here, the Latino Business Entrepreneurs one. That's if I have like an episode for that. Then we have like a little promo. Like these are like the little things that I want to continue to build up for the podcast. I want to make it better and better so that we can have like it could be more flashy. It's gonna be more flashy, but we need people that can fucking host and that know how to move around and do things like that. You know.
Okay.
Uh, and yeah, and that's it. Like I said, so Premiere pretty straightforward. You can use those. Um, let's say for example, like when we have like an actual guest.
Mm-hmm.
So like for Carlos yesterday, same thing, right? So we just write his name, his title, his position, and that's it. If they have a Twitter, then we would just swap that. If they have both, then we would like just do that, or vice versa. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Um, So what? I mean, you know how to do this. I don't need to fucking go over this with you at all.
No, I
Um,
mean, I know. To me, the only thing I want to ask you is, I'm still having trouble exporting, and it's not that I have trouble exporting because obviously I can export, but I always feel like my quality of my videos aren't as good after I export them. And I've been trying to find like a good HD quality, but it always makes it either widescreen,
okay.
but it never. You know what I'm saying?
So
Like
let's say for
it's like
example, so this one was an Instagram video, right?
yeah.
So the easiest way, but because I want those dimensions to be that specifically, then I just let it go to the source. But this is the El Pulpo's interview, right? But
Mm-hmm.
obviously, like I wanted that interview to be 16 by 9, right? So then it's such a big ass file, but I don't want it to be that big. So then what I'll do is I'll go to
Did you
me.
edit all that on your own?
Uh huh.
That's a lot.
Exactly, dude. I'm
So
telling
wait,
you.
so that's not like how you producing it live.
Yeah, exactly. I don't always like yesterday was live and I didn't fucking touch it, dude. This was not live, so I ended up like doing this manually, and I ended up like having to do all this shit. Look at this.
So when you do the four screens, that's you editing it on Premiere.
Exactly.
Oh shit. Okay.
Mm-hmm. It's a lot of fucking work, man. And this was a 50 minutes.
Because just looking at that, like cut. I mean, I'm telling you, like I do half. I think I feel like I do half of that, and that should it lags on me, it freezes, it
Yeah.
like that's why every time I do something, I always save it right away because there's been times where I like shit just froze and I lost literally like half my work.
Yeah. Well, I mean, and you know that you can on your save sequence on your project settings, you have like the autosave option, right?
Oh no, it auto saves. But one time it literally like it had like automatically just like auto save, and then when the next thing that I try to edit, it froze, and then like when I try to find it, like all my work was completely gone.
Damn.
I forgot what it was. I don't know like a chicharito thing or what it was, and I was just like,
So I have mine saving every 5 minutes, dude.
okay,
That's what I do. I'm like I'm not taking any chances. Every
I'm
fucking
doing
five
it every
minutes.
minute.
Huh?
I'm gonna do mine every minute.
I mean, you can, or every 2 minutes, or every 3 minutes. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Um, but anyway, so okay, so yeah, so what I was gonna get to was like, so for Pulpo for that interview, right? It's fucking mega long. So then, what I did was I'll put that H.264. That's still like the go-to fucking profile, right? And then 720p mobile. That's in theory like the best HD with the lowest. I mean, even then, look at the size of that fucking file, dude. You know, but it's
Yeah.
because it's a 56-minute clip. But if I made it to match source, look at this shit. Look how big it would be.
Well, 4,406.
Double the fucking size, dude. And if I
Yeah.
wanted a fucking QuickTime, ProRes 422 HQ, it doesn't even show because it's so fucking monster, dude. You know?
Yeah.
But this would probably turn out being like a fucking like, you know,
2 hours to export.
or something like that, like some stupid amount. But anyway, that's the gist with exporting, dude. Do HD 720p mobile, and you should be able to, you know, you should be able to get a pretty decent quality um, thing. You know what I mean? Because even Facebook, if you do Facebook 720p, 5 gigs, dude. Fuck that shit. I go like, fuck you, Facebook. And that's it, dude. So that's the deal with this. I think. Is there anything else that you think you would need to know right now?
No, I think I just have to get my hands on and just start kind of getting my hands on doing it.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, like I
Yeah.
said, like, so you all these backgrounds you should have. Actually, as a matter of fact, all these backgrounds, they should be all part in that little thing that I gave you guys a while back. See that?
Mhm. Yeah.
So you should have that, or if not, they should be in the. They should be in the. Jesus Christ! So much fucking shit. They should be in this drive. Remember this?
The ETO drive.
Yeah.
I think I still have access to it. I was gonna ask you, did you guys automatically sign people out of Instagram?
Sign out of Instagram.
Yeah, because I got logged out of ETO Instagram, which is, I mean, it's fine if it's like a whole,
No,
just
no.
media.
We updated the password.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, because somebody like was trying to hack, dude. So we updated the password.
Well, the same thing that happened to me. Like you got unsuspicious activity trying to send in.
Yeah, exactly. ETO tutorials. Where is this folder? Oh, here it is. It says this wipes and lower third.
The backgrounds.
Yeah, all the flags, all the stuff is right there.
Yeah, I mean, I still have that folder on my desktop.
Right. So I don't think you have the you have the green one, but I mean you could use the green one too. It's not the end of the world. You know what I mean?
I
If
don't
you want to
have
use
one.
if you want to use this other one, the red one, we have
Hmm.
the white one too.
We got a white one.
Mhm.
I've never seen the white one.
Yeah. Let me see if I have it here somewhere. Hold on. here's the red. There it is.
Oh, that one's cool. I like that one.
So I can give you that.
I feel like it gives it like a vintage look.
You know, there's the
I like that one. That would be great for IGTV.
yeah. So we can use that. And then remember, we still have these. Actually, I was thinking about doing something like this. Let me see. What do you think, Andres? That might look pretty cool. Look.
Something like that.
Hold on. Let me just image.
More money and
Check it out.
oh, that's cool.
Oh.
I like that.
That looks cool, right?
Yeah.
I didn't even think about that.
And now we can just you can switch that to the bottom, and then just if you want to, or put the lower thirds in the bottom and the actual lower thirds.
Yeah. Or we can put. Yeah, you're right. I mean, we could do it either way, right?
Yeah.
We can do this. Or it could just like kind of rotate. I like the upper thirds because it's different. Nobody's doing that, you know?
Yeah.
Nobody's doing upper thirds. You know what I mean? I like this because we can be like when we're talking about bullshit or whatever, this can be up.
Yeah, that's cool. So it doesn't look like it's just you got an empty screen or you know.
Exactly. And then what I want to do is actually I want to create something like this. That we kind of like, bring in every now and then too, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Hey, make sure to subscribe, subscribe. You know what I mean? Like the thing is that I'm not using again, dude, when I'm not fucking producing, like that's what I'm good at. That's what I'm good at the most, producing.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure, bro. You made 100 something a year
You know?
for a couple years.
So I'm good at fucking producing, hosting. I'm okay. I'm not the best. I can do it, but that's why like I don't want to fucking do it. So yeah. So
Yeah.
so let's try tomorrow, dude. Let's try tomorrow around this time. I'll talk to Super Mojado and I'll see like if we can try to like do some kind of like so have all right. So do this. Have Skype ready on your
Yeah.
computer, right? Have OBS. And then and that's like the first step that we'll try to do. Okay.
Okay.
And then I'll give you the password for like the restream, and maybe you can we can try doing that restream. What I'll do is you and I could probably get together earlier, so that way I can walk you like step by step of how to set up like OBS.
Mm-hmm.
Make sure you have two monitors as well, okay? Or like your laptop plus another monitor plugged in, so you can kind of like go back and forth. So like we'll kind of like navigate through that first together, and then once we're ready, then we'll call on Super Mojado, and then we'll have him come in. Him and I will call Skype. We'll have a 3-way Skype call, and basically like what you would do is you would just kind of like mess around with it. So look for the backgrounds already, right? Look for like basically everything else that you need. What I'll do is I'll email you. No, you know what? No, create those lower thirds. Just create a couple of them, like test. Call them test 1, 2, or whatever. So
Mm-hmm.
you obviously seen the podcast. You have a general idea of what we're looking for. So like start kind of like start kind of like making something something kind of like workout or whatever. You know what I mean?
Okay.
That's pretty much it, dude. Think
How long till you and Mojado are back in the same studio?
uh I don't know, dude. I don't know. I mean, it might be a little while, to be honest. I mean, we really don't know. We just have to wait and see, like what people are doing or what they're saying or what they're gonna tell us.
Yeah.
I really, I have no idea. It could be. I mean, it could be a month. It could be.
Oh no, I'm just asking because like you're inviting me out there, so I'm assuming things are coming down, right?
Yeah, no, for sure they are, for sure. So I mean, obviously we would do that over there in the other studio. You know, I think
You
we.
have a studio up there?
Yeah, yeah. I built
Or
I built a new studio, dude.
like in your apartments?
Yeah,
Like when in an empty room of the
in the
apartment?
in the basement.
You have a basement in your apartments?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's dope.
Hold on, dude. Let me see. I believe I never sent you that shit. We never stopped streaming. So
Yeah, I think it's one of those accounts, huh?
then when you want to end it, you always end it here first. So click toggle off, disable all,